Islam, Shalom, Assalamu alaikum, Osio, Bonjour. This is your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor, coming to you live in full effect. Thank you for joining me. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell down below so you can be notified whenever I'm dropping new content. Leave a comment and interact with me. Thank you. I really do appreciate your viewership. Let's jump into another one. Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. Let's go. Got some definitions for your dome piece. Let's see. All right, I want to start off with aristocracy. A government in which a class of men rule supreme, a form of government which a lodge and a council composed of select members or nobles without a monarch and exclusive of the people, a privileged class of the people, nobles and dignitaries, people of wealth and station. See, I really wanted to bring this one up because doesn't this sound very similar to how our government is running? People who've been in office for X amount of years, lifelong terms, people who are 80 plus years old, who are making decisions for our lives and about our lives each and every day, who are not going to be around to live with the consequences and the repercussions of the laws and the bills that they pass to affect our lives in the nation. Privileged class, wealthy people. Most senators, congressmen, most people in political office, net worth has tripled, has doubled and tripled since they've gotten into office. Like, I don't want to name any names, but many of these people seem to have gotten incredibly lucky on the stock market. They're doing even better than Fortune 500 companies who actually, like the entire company who actually like invest in the stock market, who actually manage people's trade and stock portfolios. There are senators and congressmen who are doing better than these companies. The averages of them, of the gains that they're getting from legislation that they pass that directly correlate to the bills that they support, the laws that they support, and the corporations that are funding them and lobbying for them. Right here, fam. Wealthy people and of station. Does this not sound like our government is being run by an aristocracy? And even when it gets thicker, you can even say it's an oligarchy. Let's keep going. That's just the first banger for your head. Let's say arms. I love this one. Anything that a man wears for his defense or takes in his hand or uses in his anger to cast or strike at another. All right, right to bear arms, right to keep and bear arms. 2A, Second Amendment, all day. Let's keep moving. Army, let's see what this is about. Exactly what is an army? A armed force, or like the armed forces of a nation intended for military service on land. And let's check it out. An army is a body of men whose business is war, while a militia, very important, is a body of men composed of citizens or even nationals occupied temporarily in the pursuit of civil life, but organized by discipline and drill and called into the field for temporary military service when the exigencies of the country require it. In extreme circumstances and situations, says every single territory, that means every single state should have a well-organized and well-regulated militia. Well-organized, well-regulated, and well-supplied. George Washington said that. Come on, fam. We got to get on to it. But it's these people trying to take over our country and we not doing anything about it. And they call themselves government, and they're really allied, and they're really controlled by foreign powers. Their allegiance is to a foreign nation, not our nation, fam. Let's get it. Let's see what arrest is. To deprive a person of his liberty by legal authority, taking under real or assumed authority custody of another for the purpose of holding or detaining him to answer a crime, charge, or civil demand. This is exactly what we need to do to these people who call themselves government. These people who who are holding these seats of power, who are beholden to foreign nations and foreign interests, fam. We need to arrest these people and take them to exactly where they need to be, not in power. Let's see, a malicious arrest. All right, I wanted to cover this one because what exactly is a malicious arrest? See, there's a few things here. Most of these fall underneath arrest, this whole little category right here. But let's see, a malicious arrest. An arrest made willfully and without probable cause, but in the course of a regular proceeding. Okay, so say you're pulled over for a traffic stop or alleged traffic violation, right? Say the so-called policy enforcer, maybe it's a peace officer, who knows, maybe they ask you to step out of the automobile. You don't want to do that, but hey, you do it just because you think it'll be easier. So you waive your rights a little bit, you get out, and then they proceed to arrest you, put handcuffs on you, force you to sit on the side of the road while they continue their so-called traffic investigation. They may ask you, can they search inside your automobile? They may ask you, do you have anything on you that could potentially be used to hurt them, threaten them, harm them, any kind of drugs or anything like that? You have the right to remain silent. You have protection against self-incrimination. And just because this person wants to do an investigation, you are under no legal obligation to help them complete their investigation, fam, especially when it's against you. Do not forget this. But say everything is on the up and up, these people don't find anything, you stand 10 toes down, don't let them search or anything like that, and then they decide not to violate your rights because somebody was standing on the sidelines filming these people, these tyrants or these pirates, however they might come at it, and say they let you go without writing you a citation, a ticket, or a summons, anything like that. They let you go. That could be considered a malicious arrest just because they arrested you willingly without a probable cause, just because their own bias or fear, but they were in the regular course of proceeding of their investigation. That can be considered a malicious arrest, fam. Hopefully that made sense, and hopefully the dots are connecting. Let's continue to move it along. All right, art. I really wanted to hit on art because this next section is going to actually talk about art. All right, so let's break it down. Let's see. Art, systematic application of knowledge or skill in affecting a desired result. Also, an employment, occupation, or business requiring such knowledge or skill. A craft as industrial arts. All right, so I want the main thing to make sense to you, or the main bulletin point on this one: systematic application of knowledge, all right, or skill in affecting a desired result. All right, so you ever heard the term, let me paint a picture for you? When someone is using words to create a visual image in your mind, they're using art to create they're using skill and knowledge in that field in order to have a desired result. They're using the skills in art. Now that's what a lot of attorneys use. They're very, very eloquent in their speech and their language, and they can paint a picture. They're able to paint a picture, and it's called art. All right, now let's go into another one just to continue. Hopefully that one made sense, but I wanted to run over this one real quick. Articles of Confederation. I'm glad I stumbled upon this one, but check it out. The name, see, a lot of people don't even know this, but check it out. This is a little history for you. The name of the instrument embodying the compact made between the 13 original states of the Union before the adaptation of the present Constitution. The Articles of Confederation is what the indigenous tribes over here, the government, the form and the body of government, the indigenous tribes were over here before before the adoption of the Constitution for the United States of America Republic. All right, now get this. It doesn't say before the creation. It literally says for the adoption. They adopted it. That means they got it from somewhere else. That means the founding fathers got our Constitution from somewhere else, and it derived its original standing from the Articles of Confederation. This was what was governing the land over here. This was what was governing the territories over here before we became the United States of America, before it became a country of its own. Right there. I hope that made sense to you, fam. A little bit of history for you. Articles of Confederation. Don't forget. All right, let's check this one out. Articles of Incorporation are an instrument by which the private corporation is formed and organized under general corporation laws. All right, so whenever you're starting a business, each and every business should have like a mission statement. That means like what your values are, and it should also have articles of incorporation, which pretty much organizes your business underneath the laws of, underneath these corporate laws, these general corporate laws. All right, it's an instrument by which a private corporation is formed. You know, simple as that. This business is XYZ name, and it is now incorporated. Boom. Under these laws, and it's established. Hopefully that makes sense to you, fam. We're gonna move it along here. Last two definitions for you, and I'm gonna cut it. Artificial. All right, so we just went over art right here, art, and we're going here artificial now. Now, hopefully you can make the connections. Artificial is in opposition to the word natural. All right, created by art. Something that's artificial is created by art or by law, existing only by force of or in contemplation of law. All right, so like with law in mind, in contemplation of law. So with law in mind, something is created and it has like a force behind it, because, you know, it's like established rules or it's terms that other people are familiar with. All right, but it's an opposite to natural. All right, so if there's a natural person, an artificial person is the opposite of that. So, all right, so check it out. Hopefully that makes sense. But let's check out artificial persons. Artificial persons, persons created and devised by human laws for the purpose of society and government, as distinguished from natural persons. Corporations are examples of artificial persons, i.e. why someone can get sued by a corporation. So simple as this. A lot of people know how the company Nintendo sued a company that created a game called Power World. All right, so Nintendo owns Pokemon, and Power World pretty much made a game and characters similar, very, very similar to what Pokemon is. And Nintendo, the corporation, sued them. Now, it wasn't the CEO of the corporation, it was the corporation itself, and that corporation will appear on an instrument as the complaining party, as the plaintiff. All right, their name will be right there, all capital letters. And we all know when something is written in all capital letters, it denotes an artificial person. If it's in all caps, we know a natural person's name it starts with a capital letter, and the letters that follow are lowercase. All right, so don't forget this, fam. I really wanted to drive this home and make these concepts and make these words and these definitions very, very easy, very, very common. I really want to bring back common law to the common people again, fam, each and every day. So that's all I have for you today. Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. It's your brother Zach Bay. Peace.